All right, so let's talk about dropshipping and branded e-commerce. A lot of people have been asking me my opinions about, dropshipping, what's going to happen in the next few years, and what I do, what I suggest. And I actually posted a video here on my channel that was like why most Shopify stores will fail in 2018. And a lot of people saw it, and there was like a lot of contradiction because I've been speaking about dropshipping, but I've also been telling people that it's not the best route for the long term. I just want to clarify my views about this, what I actually think, and what you should focus on. All right. So in the past 2 years, I've done a lot of dropshipping. I got started in dropshipping because, just like most people, I thought it's a very great business model because you don't have to have like inventory, like you order the product once you get paid and all of these things. And there's like a lot of flexibility to test products and, advertise a little bit of everything. I did make a lot of money with e-commerce. I made multiple 7 figures with e-commerce dropshipping. And I think it's a great business model to start. It's a great business model to gain experience and to learn, kind of like to get a hold of like what's going on, like how to do research, how to do audience research, how to place ads, how to create a store and get familiar with the Shopify settings, all of these concepts that you need to develop if you want to become an e-commerce entrepreneur, right? So I think it's a great way to start. It's kind of like newbie friendly. Now, at the same time, I don't think it's the best option for the long term, right? Like it's fine if you're doing it, it's fine to start and learn, it's fine, you're gonna use it to make money, and I've done a lot of money with e-commerce, but what's not fine is that you think like it's okay that the people receive products, in 2 or 3 weeks, and that's gonna continue to be sustainable for the long term, right? So I believe dropshipping should not be your long-term plan, and your long-term plan should be branded e-commerce. That's what I call it, branded e-commerce. And I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about this. Now, the reason I think it's just not gonna be sustainable is because like the big companies out there like Amazon and the big brands are setting the bar way too high for people in terms of shipping rates, in terms of product quality, customer experience, to the point where if you give anything less than that, your business is gonna look like not good enough, right? And people will most likely go to the other business because they will get a good experience with them. So, and like literally like if you ship in, in 10 days, that's still like a lot of time because these companies are shipping in 2 or 3 days. The products are amazing, the packaging is amazing, e-commerce is growing really fast, the industry is growing really fast, and the customer experience is going up a lot. So man, if you stay behind and you keep shipping with e-packet, then guess what's gonna happen? Your business is just not going to be sustainable. And apart from that, social media platforms are getting like a lot more strict. Payment gateways and credit card processing companies like, MasterCard and Visa are getting very strict about the chargeback rates. Companies such as Stripe are closing down accounts, same as PayPal. I know you probably can relate with me because I've had that experience. All these situations are basically kind of like forcing dropshipping and entrepreneurs to actually build their own brands where they focus more on customer experience, shipping rates, giving a better experience overall, right? So my thoughts about dropshipping. I think it's easy to make money with dropshipping. When you get a good product, you can literally scale to 6-7 figures. Now, that can bring a lot of problems as well because when you do a lot of volume with dropshipping, like literally anything can crack, right? If you don't have a super close relationship with your vendor and you don't know exactly how much time it takes for shipment, you're basically putting a lot of responsibility on your vendor. There's a lot of trust on your vendor. If your vendor ships out a bit late, then the customer is going to refund you, right? Not your vendor, you. The chargeback is going to come on you. The payment gateway is going to come on you. It's going to go after you, close your account, etc. So you don't really have a lot of control because you're depending way too much on the supplier, right? Now, since the sale is going directly from the supplier to the customer, like literally the supplier either ships on time and ships a good quality product, or your business goes out of business because the customer is going to go after you, after the business, and not after the supplier, right? That's very, very important. So yes, you can make a lot of money. Yes, you can scale very aggressively with Facebook ads, and you can test many products, have a lot of flexibility. But at the same time, there are negative sides, a lot of negative sides if you want to do this for the long term. The shipping rates, the shipping times are way too long, in my opinion. E-packet is not good enough. All of the best shipping options on AliExpress, in my opinion, are not good enough unless you're using like FedEx or DHL, which are going to cost you a fortune and are not going to allow you to be profitable, right? So shipping times very important. Now, product quality these days, good product quality is not enough, right? Like okay product quality is not enough, good product quality is not enough. You need to have outstanding product quality, because the big companies are not sending good product quality, they're sending outstanding product quality. And you see all the big brands, like a good brand is like MVMT, like the MVMT.com. I mean, it's a really cool brand, super high quality watches, and in fact I have one, and they ship fast, they have an amazing packaging, they have an amazing product. Anything less than that, I mean, it's not gonna be super, it's not gonna give a lot of satisfaction to the customer, right? So like product quality is super important. If you have bad product quality, it's gonna end the business. If you have extremely high shipping delivery times, it's gonna put you out of business. Facebook is also gonna lower the reach, and fan pages don't give a good customer experience. Payment gateways are gonna close your account, they're gonna keep your money, which is not gonna allow you to scale because you get affected on the cash flow. Your brand image, which is the most important thing, gets affected. Like literally, an angry customer makes 10 times more noise than a happy customer. Like literally, they're gonna spam everywhere they can to make sure that they didn't like your product. These days, word of mouth marketing, the fact that people tell their friends like, hey, I bought this product and it's amazing, that's the best type of marketing ever. Because if a friend tells you to buy this, I mean, you trust your friend, therefore you trust the business, kind of like that happens. So I think if you don't achieve outstanding customer experience, there's never going to be any word of mouth marketing. Good customer experience, it doesn't even generate the word of mouth marketing, in my opinion, right? So all of these things that I'm telling you point to the fact that the long-term strategy and the long-term game plan for you is to build an e-commerce brand, a long-term brand where you have full control of shipping times, of product quality, where you create your own custom packaging, and where you ship from the US. Let's be honest, when you create products in China, it can be like really messy, right? Because the vendors are gonna say the products are good when in fact they're terrible. The sizing is gonna be off. Maybe, I don't know, 100 products are gonna be good, but then 5 of those are gonna have are gonna be damaged or gonna have defects or whatever. So you never really have full control. And if you want to build an 8-figure company, which I believe you want, or a 7-figure company, you gotta have absolutely full control of every single detail, of all the people in your organization, of most importantly the product quality. How is your fulfillment method? How do you receive a return? How do you ship the product? The communication between your designers and the people in the fulfillment center. You need control of everything, right? With dropshipping, you scale very fast, you sell a lot, but you have no control, in my opinion. Like there's very little control. You cannot grab it, like the whole business by yourself. Like there's way too many pieces, and they're like loosed around, the map, and I don't know. So you get my point. My point is, it's good to start with e-commerce, with dropshipping, to learn. But it's not good to think that that's gonna be the best solution for the long term, because it's not gonna be. Like I have an example over here. This is one of the products that we have for our women's fashion brand. It's just a design that we made, and this is very simple. This is fulfilled from the US. Everything is stored from the US. The quality is amazing. I don't know if you can see the colors, but the colors are so cool, right? You can put this is a custom made design. We made this ourselves, right? So it's our own design. The quality is very, very nice. We ship fast. This comes here in our own packaging. So making this is not hard, guys. It's not hard. We literally, all we did to make this phone case was like, you go to Google and you're like, best US phone manufacturing companies or something like that, or phone case manufacturing companies. You send an email, hey, how are your prices? How can we send you the designs, etc. The problem with most people, and the reason you don't see a lot of people on YouTube talking about branded e-commerce, is because it's just not sexy, right? People don't want to buy a course about branded e-commerce. It's just not sexy. You have to wait for samples. This is a sample. We order samples of every freaking product we sell, because like, even if a print-on-demand company is gonna tell you like, hey, all of our products are amazing, there's always going to be a couple of products which are off, and you don't want to sell those products. Selling a product that is off is going to, not create an outstanding customer experience. So you want to order samples of everything. You got to be extremely patient, wait for the samples. The thing is that people don't want to wait. People just want to make money fast, and that's why they just justify the fact that their only business is dropshipping. But really what people everyone knows that the way to go is to build your brand, right? But people never do it because it's not sexy. It takes a lot of time. The money doesn't come immediately. In fact, you have to put your money up front. You don't have to put tens of thousands of dollars up front. Like literally these phone cases, I mean, you could put $1,000 down to create all the phone cases, and I mean, they're fairly cheap. So it's just about, it's about the mindset, honestly. It's not so much about the business model. Everyone knows the way to go is with branded e-commerce. Most people don't want to do it because it takes time, it takes effort. You gotta have great designers. You gotta have a lot of congruency between the brand and the products. All the graphic design, your Instagram has to be congruent with the design of your store. Your store has to be congruent with the collections and the products. The products have to be congruent with the images. When you go and take photo shoots with girls using the products or guys using the products, everything has to be one single organism. There's a lot of things that you have to do that you don't have to do on dropshipping. But in the end, it's gonna pay a lot more, right? Because the thing is, and I see this all the time, like people are talking about selling dropshipping businesses and things like that. But the truth is that if you are the one running the ads and you know how to scale, the new owner doesn't have a clue about how to do that. So as soon as you sell the business, everything is gonna go down. It has no real long-term value. So it's gonna be like, I don't know, in my opinion, it's not very ethical to sell a dropshipping business where the new owner is not gonna have a clue on how to scale the ads and maintain the revenue. With a real brand, you have a product and it's your own product and you have your system and you can sell that system. I don't know, guys, hopefully this opens your eyes. I know it's not a sexy topic, and the Lambo gurus on YouTube, they're talking about e-commerce because nowadays everyone's an e-commerce guru, in my opinion. And they're not talking about this because it takes freaking work, man. And I've been doing this for, I don't know, for 8 months straight, like since the time I said, like, you know what, I'm going all on branding. And I've had my dropshipping store on the side, but I know it's not gonna be like my long-term game plan. It's like my long-term game plan is like this stuff, like this was one of the samples. I think it's a cool design. I mean, we have a lot of products. We have dozens of products. And you can start with print on demand. You don't have to order like 10,000 units from Alibaba or nothing like that. Like you can start with print on demand. You can start with, this is not print on demand, but you can start with 100 units or 200, start getting your feet in the water. And that's it, guys. That's the truth. I mean, only a few people are actually going to tell you that because there's not a lot of money on this topic to sell courses. It's not a get rich quick thing. There's a lot of effort involved. There's a lot of team building. There's a lot of leadership, becoming the CEO rather than the marketer that does it all. There's a lot of hiring the right people, working with people that see the vision of the brand, creating a movement and not only like finding the next winning product. Don't get me wrong, like I say, I made a lot of money with winning products. Like people tell me, hey, delete the content on your channel about dropshipping. Dude, like for me that's ridiculous. Obviously, like this is the long-term solution in my opinion, but dropshipping is good to start. I just wouldn't think that that's the best option for the long term. Hopefully this makes sense. It's going to save you a lot of trouble in the future, and actually you're going to make a lot more money with branded e-commerce than with dropshipping for the long term. Hopefully this opens your eyes, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment here on the video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.